Hey guys, it's just Max Wax Packs. I'm actually working on a file right now for a customer, and let me remind you guys that the stuff I do like this, there's no charge for it. So if you need any help, just let me know. It keeps my mind sharp. It gives me something to do. So the customer actually was doing this, and bear with me because I've got two screens going, and I'm still chatting with the customer on my other screen, so I may get sidetracked here a little bit. But let me go to her file here. So what she sent me in downloads. Let me go to my downloads. She sent this file. I'm going to open it. Well, you can't see it just yet, but I'm going to open it. There it is right there. Okay, so she sent this file, and there's problems with it. She's having a hard time exporting it to get it to print to her direct to film printer or a UV printer. I wasn't really sure which one it is, but I think it's a direct to film. In either case, I said, look, let me check it out. I'll try to help you out with it. What's happening is the white is printing and it's not really a high quality graphic that she needs for it. So I said, well, let me just check it out. So I'm looking at it here, and what I did is I redrew it, and I mean, we could go through it here real quickly. So here, my redraw is right here. This is my redo of this file. Okay, so but getting back to this, I came in here and I found the midpoint roughly for the rectangle. Again, I'm just kind of showing what I already did, and I did the midpoint because I figured we'd be expanding. So we take this to a 10. Sorry, just like that. We come into this here, hit the corner right there, and do a 0.2. And it's going to be a 0.2 again. There goes, it rounds the edges. Okay, and then, yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, I came over here and I drew a square right here because you can see the drawing is not exactly right. So I drew a square here, came in with a circle, zoomed in. Let me find the midpoint. Drew a circle that would get to the edges there, and then Control CV, copy and paste. So I'm going to take that other circle, I'm going to go over here. Okay, and then what I did was I took, whoops, can't do that, forgot you. I combined all these, right, using this tool here, cropped it out, went in and filled in that. Okay, and then I basically took that and I copied it. I went straight down, holding the Control key, went straight down to here. Okay, and then made another copy, went over to here. I don't think I got that exactly right. Let me zoom in. Yeah, so that was going to be like right here, let's say. Okay, and then came back up to here and did another copy and moved that over to about right here, let's say. Okay. All right, then it was to find the font, which we did. Oh, I did also make this square. So let me get in here. And again, I just kind of winged this one. Went to a point of, let's say, I don't think 10 was too huge. We can do like a 4 maybe. Came in, did the same thing, clicked the thing here. And I think I did 0.05. There you go. And we're going to fill that. Okay. So that's there. And then what we did, let me go to my objects here. So I can kind of show you how it's coming out. So we can hide this bitmap. You can see here, right? There's everything coming out. Okay. And I believe that we are the color. Yeah, we should be just right. Okay, it's just taking forever. Come on. Yeah, so we are going to use the black, and that's good. Okay, and okay. All right, there we go. So you can see now we've got this outline, right? Which is pretty much coming together. Now let's unhide the bitmap again. Okay, so for this one I did find the font, which we're going to click on. My computer's acting up just a little bit, so bear with me. Right there. Okay. Okay, and we're going to go right here and we're going to call it La Mera. There we go. Okay, and that's under the license plate font, which turned out to be a pretty good match, as you can see. One of the things that we needed to do, though, is we needed to size it first. So I basically took it right here, and I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to zoom in, right? And what I want to do, whoops, before I do anything else, I want to size it, so I'm going to drag it this way. Okay, I think the height looks pretty good, so we'll call it 0.4. Okay, and let me just line that up. There we go. All right. Now, the spacing is going to be a little off. So I'm going to lock this bar here because it seems to be always trying to move. So let me lock that real quick. All right, so the spacing is going to be off here a little bit. So I'm going to highlight this area, and I'm going to, I want to say I clicked it twice, and I'm going to do it again here. And I'm going to click this to expand it twice. Excuse me. All right. And that does look pretty good. I think that's going to be pretty spot on right there. So I can accept that one. And then we're going to come down here and do the same thing again. So we said it was 0.4. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put the same thing. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll make the whole thing 0.4. So we have the same height. Okay. And then I'll put that over here. And I would say that actually this might line up pretty good just like that. Okay, so the next thing is going to be to put the, now let me show you, let me give you of where we're at right now. So right now, if I take the bitmap out, this is what we've got, and it's looking pretty darn good. So the dot here, please keep in mind, is not the center, so that will not be what guides us as the center. All right. So now we need to bring back those others and put in the rest of the lettering. So let's do, it's going to be CHN, okay? And to get an idea of this, the height or the size, we'll stretch it. We'll come up to here and scale it down, slide it over, I think. There we go. So that's going to be like, we could say like maybe 1.7. Okay, let's try that. And then what we can do here, again, is we can go to our properties and we can bring it in just a little bit. Okay, so that looks good. And then the next part is going to be here. So it's going to be G, oops, caps, G-O-N-A. There we go. And again, it's going to be 1.7. There we go here. And again, we will have to bring it in. Just like that. Okay, now we want to put these on the same level here. So I'm just going to take this one to kind of make sure I'm in the same area, and then I'll leave it here and then hold the control key down and drag it back over. And we should, let me put the ends. I can do it just like this, watch. I'll take this end and I'll drag it to this end here so I know we're on the same thing. Now when I hit control, I can just drag this over, it'll stay straight. There we go. Okay, so that is our new plate. Now, if we close this and we hide the bitmap, just like that, there's our plate. And it looks pretty darn good. I think everything looks pretty well there. I will move this over just a little bit. I believe this is pretty good too. And everything else looks pretty darn neat. I'm going to just bring this over just a little bit to match there. Okay. Okay, so just on that alone, what we can do now is we can click File, Export, and because we're going to be wanting to pull this into a program, let's say like Photoshop, or we're going to get it ready to print to a DTF or a UV printer, here's what we're going to do. So this is the ones I created already. I'm making this one for the video so you guys can see it. So we're going to call this, we'll call this video. Whoops, we'll call this video. My God, I can't type. Video, dang, plate, dang, 1. Okay, now, she does want to, whoops, cancel, sorry. I need to do something first. I need to convert all these to curves. There we go. Now, File, Export. We'll select the TIFF bitmap, and we'll just do it again. Video, plate, 1. And we're going to click Export. And we're going to make sure that we have a transparent background. We do know the license plate size is going to be 12 inches by 6 inches. That's the standard legal size for a license plate. And so that's what's going to come. We're going to make sure we got CMYK, and we're going to embed the color profile. And we're going to make sure we're using the transparent background. And we're going to click OK. All right. Now, what's going to happen next is let me open that folder here. Oh, that's not her folder. Let me go to her folder. Let's go to her name. It's right here, and you can see now, like I said, I already created these. This is just so, because I told her I would make a video so she could learn how I did this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click on this, we're gonna click open with, and we're gonna go to Photoshop. Okay, and this is the original one I did for her. You'll understand why it's red, but there it is right there. And as you can see, everything is it's got no background. The background has been removed, which was the white. This is the rest of the stuff right here. So now the process is to show you how to take the image and get it ready for a UV printer with a white underlay. And I'm assuming a DTF printer is the same, where you still have to put a white underlay. So I'm going to show you the steps here, okay? First thing is what you're going to do is you're going to go to your, well, actually, you're going to go up here and you're going to go to image and you're going to go to mode. You're going to make sure you have 8 bits selected, and you're going to make sure here, because I saved it in CMYK, you're going to keep it in CMYK, okay? As long as you have it, make sure 8 bits in CMYK for right now, okay? With that said, come over here to your layers. So you have channels and layers, both of those we're going to go to, but first we're going to start with layers. What you're going to want to do here is you're going to hold your, while you're on your layer, it turns into a hand. The arrow turns to a hand. Hold your control key down, and now you see there's a dotted box right under the hand. You're going to click that, and you're going to see automatically these dots going around all the printable area, okay? With that selected, you want to go down here and you want to click, you want to click this plus, because you're adding a new layer. And then you're going to see the layer appear right here, and you're going to want to go up here to select. You want to go to modify, and you want to go to contract. Now, let me explain to you what contract is. Contract is to take the original image and contract it by a certain number of pixels. The reason we do this is sometimes when you print, and in this lady's case, this is the problem she was having, is sometimes when you print, the white underlay can come outside of the colored area. Okay, so what we do is we count it by pixels, and we're like, okay, look, if black is going to be the color we're printing, well, we have to put white underneath so the black is popping, right? And so we want the white to be there, but we don't want the white to go outside the black border. So in my case, when I do UV printing, I go in by 1 pixel. Some people go in by 4 pixels or 2 pixels. I'm going to do 1 right now, and if you find that the printer is not accurate enough for you, then you will go and you can change it to 2 or 4. So I'm going to leave it as 1. I'm going to click OK. All right. And then, so then what I'm going to do is, now that that's done, I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to go to Fill. And I'm going to make sure it's white, 100% opacity, and normal. So click OK. And now what you see is everywhere on the screen where there's going to be ink, all the black area now has a white underlay right there. So that's your first step, right, in getting this done. For me, I like to see my original art on top. So I take the layer and I just drag it above the other one so I can see it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Channels. With everything selected and everything looking just like this, you're going to click these lines right here. And you're going to go to New Spot Channel. And you're going to, I name mine W because that stands for white. I use the color to signify it as red. And I'm going to do just like that with solidity being 100% and click OK. This is your underlay, okay? That's it right there. So everything in red is going to get a white underlay, and then you're going to have your regular print go on top of it. So that's exactly what you want to see. Once you've got this done, you'll go to File. You want to go to Save a Copy. Okay, make sure you use Save a Copy. So click Save a Copy. And then here you will title it, like for me, I titled mine with UV Ready. So I will call this video Plate 1 UV Ready. And you need to make sure that you have spot colors, layers, and you can check this as well, the ICC profile. Make sure you've got all that done and click Save. When this comes up for your TIFF options, you will click None, Interleaved, IBM PC, and RLE. These are going to pretty much be your defaults. You shouldn't have to change anything. Click OK, and your file's done. Now I'll go back to my Rip software. Whoops, I don't want to run it. I've already got it open, which is right here. And I will make a new, and I'll say Import. And I'm going to import the Video Plate 1 UV Ready. I will take it at the original size. And there you go right there. If I turn it one way, this is ready to print and program with a white underlay. All right, guys, hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I do this stuff at no charge, so if you need any help with it, let me know, and I'll help you make a video on it and also help you make the file. Talk to you later. Bye.